Welcome back to part 5 of the Range Rover rebuild. It's been long awaited, and I know you people have been constantly messaging me saying when is it, we're excited. I just wanted to let you know the plan for the day is to get the other head completely assembled. Well, it is assembled, sorry, in the last video. Get the rocker back on there, get everything torqued down, get the new oil pump fitted, get the timing belt on there, get that all tensioned up, get everything nipped up, and then just basically go through, check over everything I've done, and just keep going on from there. Obviously, I will keep coming in and out the video, letting you know updates of what I've done and how far I am along with it. And I'm going to show you the oil pump, the new one and the old one, and the difference between them. Also, sorry, I've just noticed this, I've spun them over. This was the original one that obviously broke off, that's the part there. And if you can see, you've got a big gap this side and a gap this side. This one's actually one solid unit. So this is the upgraded, improved unit that's meant to be a lot stronger and won't cause any problems. Also, the oil pump side of it inside here has been heavily modified as well. If you actually look at the original and then look at this one, they actually look completely different, but these do fit straight on the car. So yeah, I just thought I'd put that bit in there so that you can see that I'm putting on this upgraded part and what is actually different on it. So on request, people keep asking me to light up where I'm working, so I'll just shine in the light in there. That's the new oil pump all fitted. I am just waiting for the oil seal. I got all the way over there and didn't realise it didn't come with the oil seal, so that'll be here at 3 o'clock and I'll get on with that. And we've got the sump here, took that off earlier, and as you can see, it's absolutely immaculate inside. We have given it a deep clean and it's like new, so that'll be going back on shortly as well. Really moving along with it. We was kind of hoping to get it, the cam belt on today, get the other rocker cover on there with all new gaskets, and just trying to chip away at it, but fingers crossed we get quite a lot done today. But I will keep coming back and forward letting you know how we're getting on with it. The rocker box cover is now back on. Just sticking all the injectors in, going to get those bolted down, stick the fuel rail back in there, get all that bolted down and clipped in, and then I'll come back with a bit of an update. The oil seal should be here at 3 o'clock, like I said earlier, it's about 2 now, so we'll get that in there, get the timing belt on, get it all timed up, and I'll give you an up from there. Well, the new oil seal has just arrived, and my friend's going to chuck it on and we're going to film it while it's going on, just so that you can see what it is and where it goes. This obviously prevents any leaks, and it is a seal for that main casing. They're very tight, and you have to be very careful getting it on there not to nick it or make any marks in it, otherwise it will have an oil leak, and that one seems to have gone in there absolutely beautifully. So I'll come back in a sec with the next update. Just to show that we want to show how you know when these seals are home, stick the old one back over the top of the new one, inside out, get a large socket to fit over the top, and give it a couple of gentle taps. Just make sure it's all the way home, and then you know you're not going to have any problems with oil leaks or anything like that in the future. When we pull that off in a moment, you'll see that the other seal is completely home and we've got no problems with it. Just pull that one off. And there you go, completely flush and all the way home exactly where it should be. Update guys, we've just timed it up, put the cam belt on. We're just going around now doing all the tension and checking it up to specs. Just make sure everything's tightened up as good as it should be. Then we'll probably go ahead, stick a spanner on the bottom pulley and give it a good turn over by hand a couple of times, just to ensure that everything is correct. And then we'll just carry on putting it back together. So that's it, we've checked the timing, we've checked it once, checked it twice, checked it 3 times. We've had it all pinned up so it can't be that far out. We've just got round to wiring up the alternator, the starter motor, very tight to get to, it's right in there. It only will go in one way, very awkward indeed. The diesel pump and belt, the tensioner, that is now all done. Let me just grab that light so that you can see it a bit better. But that's the diesel pump belt and the tensioner. That's all on there. It's all been tensioned up and that's all done. Guys, the boxes of parts are very, very small now. We're down to the last few niggly bits. There's a bracket there, EGR clamp, and a few bolts to hold the EGR valve on, etc. Round at this side, we've got the sump bolts there in the box there. A few other bolts that I've got to go back in it, and that's all the bolts there in the bags that I took apart for the front end to put it all back together. So tomorrow morning it's going to be putting the sump back on, disjoining the exhaust that goes from one side to the other. I had to take that off to reroute the fuel pipes because I'd put the EGR valve back on and the fuel pipes was around the wrong way. So I just had to strip that back off to stick them on, but it was no hardship. It's only 3 bolts each side and a couple of 10 mils for the brackets. But all in all, I mean, progress has been absolutely amazing. As you can probably tell, I haven't done a great deal of filming today. I've just been getting involved in trying to get as much of it done as we possibly can. I know this is going to be part 5 of the video. Well, I haven't actually got enough on it, so I'm going to go ahead and continue with it tomorrow. I know a lot of people was looking forward to a Tuesday upload, but I genuinely just haven't got enough for it. So I'll be going ahead and uploading this tomorrow after I'm adding to it. And hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow will be the day when it is running. If not, it will definitely be on part 6. So I'll be back fresh in the morning and let's try and get this fired up and all back together. This is the next day now. I've just been cracking on with it. As you can probably see now, I've pretty much buttoned everything back up. This crossover exhaust is back on there. All the brackets, everything's been plugged back in. All the water pipes have all been plumbed back up. Literally everything is back on. I've left the fan off at the moment. Obviously I'm going to run it up, check to make sure there's any leaks, or just to check it over, basically let it run without that on there for a couple of seconds, and once I'm completely happy with it, I'll go ahead and put that back on there. So it's literally a case now of rolling it back, getting the header tank connected up, getting all this guided back through the hole. Obviously it's quite a tight space. I did strip quite a lot of this out before I lifted the cab off, so it's just a case of propping everything up out the way to get it back down, get the cab back down on top of the chassis now, and go ahead, get all this plumbed up, and hopefully by the end of the day, I'm not promising it's going to be on this video. I did say yesterday on the earlier part of this video that there is a good chance that the engine run is going to come in part 6, but I'm going to do my utmost today. I've got an appointment this afternoon that I need to attend, but I'm going to crack on, get as much of it done as I can, get this rolled back under the cab and start getting it buttoned up, and fingers crossed we get it fired up today. I'll be back shortly. So I've got quite far with it today. It is getting quite late in the day. I'm still hoping to get a little bit done before we go home, but we've got the body down. It's not 100% in line. I'm just getting everything plugged up, making sure that everything's 100% before I put them bolts in, because that would be a waste of time putting all those in and then bolting it up to go round and unbolt it again. But I've just got it sitting probably just about an inch proud of the mounting points where it needs to go, and just going around really plugging everything in, getting everything lined up like I just said, getting the battery on there, getting a bit of charge in that. It is quite flat. It's been sat around now for obviously quite a while, and just things lying on there temporarily. They're all plumbed up, but I just haven't put the clips on. I'll probably try and run it up before we close all them off and seal them up permanently. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you a little bit more of an update of how I was getting along with it. We seem to be going quite fast today, getting things done quite quickly. So hopefully, fingers crossed, like I said in the a little while ago in the film, we can try and fire it up or get it fired up. That'd be really nice to hear it run on today's video. And I'm sure that everybody that's watching is really anxious and wants to know, is this going to run after we've rebuilt that engine? That is the big question, because I don't know as well as you don't know. We've repaired the problem, rebuilt the engine, and put it back in. So it can only go one of two ways, and hopefully it goes our way. Will it run? Yes, it will. And it sounds absolutely beautiful. We're going to go ahead now, go around, nip everything up, get the water levels up, get everything just right, get this bolted back down on the chassis and take it for a test drive. Going back together, really, really lovely, very, very easy. We've lubricated everything when we undone it, so it just made it so much easier when putting it back together. We've got the other headlight to do this side. You know, I explained it last time, it's on 2 slider clips. Very, very quick to do. And then we're going to be putting the grille in, and that is the front. It's going to be buttoned up. We're going to go up in the air, do the brakes, and hopefully get this out for a test drive today. Just a little update to add to it. Front end's complete. This front corner is complete. The wheel arch line has just gone in. All the brake pipes, ABS sensor, everything's all plumbed back up. We just literally got to bleed the brakes. But I don't know if anyone's before, but you do have to start from the furthest wheel away from the reservoir. So that will be the back passenger side. Then we'll move to the back driver's side, front passenger side, and then the front driver's side will be the last one. Just move around to the back. This literally just took me about about 5 minutes to completely put the back together. It was so simple. All I've got to do is put the spare wheel under there, and that is completely done. I think we're probably going to get this wrapped up today. We really are making good progress with it. There's still a good hour left in the day. I'm probably not going to get out to have a test drive in it today and have it cleaned, and we'll do a good walk around it, show you the insides of it, the outside of it. I'm just going to continue now, get these brakes bled up, get the wheels put back on, we'll get it back down on the ground, and I'll come back. Well, there you go, guys. It's all running, sounds absolutely. All there is left to do is put the spare wheel back under, take it down, have a nice valet done on it, inside and out, and that will pretty much be it. Let's have a nice test drive of it. I'll take it down the lane, take some lovely pictures of it. I'm not 100% sure at the moment what I'm going to do with it. A lot of you have been asking, but I'll probably will put it on an auction and start it off at 99p. It'll be fair to everybody. But yeah, all done and sounds absolutely incredible. I'm absolutely over the moon with it. Got no complaints at all. I've got to go around it in the morning, put the rest of the wheel bolts in, put the spare wheel under, but all the wheel arch liners are done, all the brakes have been bled. So all in all, absolutely over the moon with it. It sounds incredible. It sounds lovely for one of these. I've had quite a few and I've got no complaints. It's in lovely condition, inside and out. Everything seems to be working in it perfectly. So all in all, I'm over the moon. I'm gonna have to take it and have the air conditioning regassed. I've got some old gas here that I recovered out of it, but I probably won't be putting that back in because it was in quite an old bottle that I've been using for a while. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Sorry it has taken me, I am a day late. I did say I'd upload on Tuesday, but I just wanted to get as far into it as I could, and I did do the video over 2 days rather than just 1 day. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm always doing new cars. I'm repairing salvage all the time. I do part 1, part 2, part 3, etc. on those videos. I recently did a 2015 Ford Fiesta. I've got that back from the paint shop, so I'm going to be working on that later this week, early part of next week. Don't forget, please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.